Hey everybody, welcome to DX News. We got a quick recap of all the Web3 related things that have happened over the past week. In case you didn't know me by now, I'm your host, I'm Louis, and I truly wish you've been keeping safe during this market. Just in case you were caught bag holding up until now, like me. We can't all be as savvy investors as a certain crypto champion and a iron-suited gentleman, sir. So remember, DCA when you get a chance so you can lower your average and stay safe, guys. So share with us, how do you keep it together during this bear market? Let us know in the comment section. We're gonna start off this week's episode by letting you know that Binance and MasterCard have teamed up to launch a new debit card in Argentina. Well, it's more like a prepaid card actually. Argentinians can now spend 405 pesos to buy $1 and combat inflation. Yeah! This new card is gonna allow users to buy things and pay for bills directly with crypto, apparently reducing their exposure to the crashing peso. Also, it supports the conversion and the spending of USDC, USDT, Ether, Bitcoin, Binance, Solana, and Cardano, along with some other cryptocurrencies. Is DXL token on that list? If we're not, we should be.
No.
Additionally, customers can earn from 1 to 8% crypto cash backs and no withdrawal fees on their ATMs. Geez, I wish they would come to my country fast. With this news, Argentina has become the first Latin American country to expose the Binance card. Expose? No, not expose. Who's the one that exposed Hash? This is not the same thing. With this occurrence, Argentina has become the first Latin American country to debut the Binance card. Now, they might have been a little late to the party though, because there are other services that have been offering this. Lemon Cash has 1.3 million users and pays back 2%. Buenbit has 700,000 users. And Bello has quickly ranked up 170,000 users. I mean, regardless of their timing, it is one of those things that is a net positive for crypto adoption. And it doesn't hurt to be the biggest crypto exchange in the world. Now don't feel bad for CZ. Remember, it's the biggest crypto exchange in the world. They recently became partners with the Argentinian football team, and now you can see Messi wearing a Binance shirt. And that's enough to make a common citizen turn into this degenerate ape. And I'm kind of curious, who do you think is going to be the first footballer to turn shitcoin scammer? I mean, I'm not rooting for it to happen, but it happens. With that, let's take a look back at our favorite entertainers who have turned shitcoin promoters. So we have, of course, Jake and Paul Logan, Floyd Mayweather, Soulja Boy, and the one that hurts the heart the deepest, the one that really, guys, you wouldn't expect this. It's just someone who is the girl next door to all of us. Someone that we admire. Favorite actress, of course. And the reason for all of your hairy palms, Lana Rhoades, who, if you remember, decided to rug pull her NFT project because some members of her community were mean to her. How could you do this to us, Lana? How?
How could you? Roll the tape. Stop the tape.
Okay, I'm back. Going on to our second news of the day, Coinbase versus the SEC. Coinbase has turned out to be kind of like our Terminator, really. They always keep coming back. I hope you got that without me having to explain it's a joke. So in this legendary bolt fight, we're gonna have Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, and SEC Chair Gensler. So let us explain a little bit about who this Gensler person is. First of all, he works for the SEC, so you can pretty much be sure that he hates humanity as a general thing. And if there is one thing that he hates more than humanity, it's Coinbase, you guessed it. That's kind of like a common thing a lot of people share these days. So allegedly, he was involved in the takedown of former product manager of Coinbase. You might remember we talked about this gentleman being charged with insider trading. And another thing about Gensler is that he loves cavity searches. And because he loves them so much, he wants to make sure that everybody in the crypto space has one of their own. Wow! We're gonna volunteer. I'm not gonna get too technical on it, and you're more than welcome to do your own research. But basically, he says that most tokens are securities. And securities are a type of asset that need to follow the guidelines established by the SEC. And because they're under their jurisdiction, they can be fined in case they don't follow them. And when they charged the product manager, they included that these tokens were securities, and Coinbase did not like it one bit. So after that disaster, they decided to post the following. Coinbase does not list securities. End of story, real world. None of these assets are securities. Coinbase has a rigorous process to analyze and review each digital asset before making it available on our exchange. This process includes an analysis whether the asset could be considered to be a security. Now, let's be honest, the only thing that Coinbase deeply analyzes are your search history and your application and interaction across different websites. And even Daddy CZ and Uncle Elon know that if it's one thing you don't do is fuck too much with the SEC. They delisted AMP, one of the tokens brought in on the insider trading charges. Now, Coinbase cannot delist them, so the SEC is going after them now. For some reason, they simply cannot delist the token. Now, this is not the first time that the SEC and Coinbase have traded punches in the ring. About a year ago, the SEC, they were gonna sue Coinbase because of their high deal program. So Coinbase went ahead and canceled the program. What could be so important that you're willing to take on the SEC? We're anxious to know, and if you know something, please let us know in the comment section. Moving on again to Solana. Have you ever seen the movie Split? I mean, good movie by the way. In case you have, this is a kind of related story, except this user or these users had one thing in common. I mean, their personalities had a common goal, and that was to make serious bank. CoinDesk has gone ahead and revealed that 11 developers of one of the most successful projects on Solana were actually the same person. This person goes by the name of Ian Macalinau. He is the creator of the Saber protocol and a whole bunch of other protocols that revolve around it. Basically, he stacked several projects on top of each other, and as a result, he inflated vastly Solana's total locked value, all the way up to over 10 volume, all the way up to $10.5 billion with a B. His brother was also involved in this shady scheme. You know, the family sticks together, and what he did is kind of like lend credibility to this persona or series of people. So I'm gonna go ahead and read a list to you now of how many projects this fake dev was behind. All in all, Ian Macalinau was responsible under his real name for the Saber protocol, the Protagonist VC firm and incubator, and Uniswap. Now, he also created under aliases something called Sunny Aggregator under the alias of Surya Khosla, Casio as OX Ghost Chain, Goki as Goki Rajesh, Quarry as Larry Jerry, Tribeca DAO as Swaglione, Crate as Kiwi Pipper, and Asol as OX Aurelion, Arrow as Oliver underscore Code, Traction Market as OX Isaac Newton, Senka as JJ Matcha, and VenkoApp as Ayako Venko. Wow, that's a lot of work. Imagine putting all that time into making all those characters seem like they're a real person. Jeez, and different ones at that. Wow, this guy really had some issues. Or was an incredible genius, either one. Evil genius. So let's remember something. One of his personal dApps was hacked for the tune of $52 million. Now, if that oversight or those vulnerabilities can exist on one, how many more are there spread out towards his network of layers, like an ogre? So can this be something on a bigger scale? Could this potentially have more catastrophic fallouts? What do you think? What does the future of Solana look like when most of their locked value was a fraud? Will their token ever get back to those numbers again? For real this time? Is this happening on other blockchains? Moving on, guys, to the Indian version of Binance getting wrecked. Well, it's kind of like a subsidiary or something like that. Stay tuned. So this time, Uncle CZ is in the bullseye, and he got $8 million of assets frozen. Or his company, I should say. Now, this is not the first time that Binance has been accused of money laundering or forming some sort of deals with nuclear bombs. This time, ED claims that Binance and WazirX is laundering money and using small shell companies to do so. CZ tweeted and responding in the following manner. Binance does not own any equity in Zanmai Labs, the entity operating WazirX, and established by the official founders. On November 21st, 2019, Binance published a blog post that it had acquired WazirX. This transaction was never completed. Binance has never, at any point, owned any shares of Zanmai Labs, the entity operating WazirX. Binance only provides wallet services for WazirX as a tech solution. There is also integration using off-chain transactions to save on network fees. WazirX is responsible for all other aspects of the WazirX exchange, including user sign-up, KYC trading, and initiating withdrawals. Recent allegations about the operation of WazirX and how the platform is managed by Zanmi Labs are of deep concern to Binance. Binance collaborates with law enforcement agencies all around the world. We would be happy to work with ED in any way possible. Wow, let us know in the comments what you think and what Uncle Easy E. So let us know in the comment sections what you think and what Uncle CZ could do or should do. Or he just should stop collaborating in general with law enforcement agencies around the world. Now, if you've been watching, folks, you know what I'm going to talk about next. The Blockchain Futurist Conference is here this week in Toronto, guys. So don't miss it. Go to their website and check out some cool stuff that's happening. Try to catch the participation of our very own Hash. And of course, the unveiling of NFT brawlers. We're going to keep you posted, but always join our group so you can know things directly and on real live time. Yes, know things live. We're gonna give you more information next time on what went down, but always remember to join our Telegram group so you can know things live as they happen. Stay tuned for more information on version 4.0, and as always, guys, stay safe. Do your own research.